Hi guys, Suckfog here and welcome to the FIFA 19 player review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 81 rated French centre-back Boly. He has got a very interesting looking card and he did cost me in the region of 15,000 coins in the 4 games that I did play him with. He didn't score me any goals or get me any assists, and he does have a 4-star big foot as well as 2-star skill moves. Then moving along into his in-game stats, his main standout stats are going to be his 83 interceptions, his 95 strength, his 85 stand tackle, and finally his 84 slide tackle. And I did have the anchor chemistry down applied to this inform Boly card. And I have to say, when the informs were announced at 3 PM, I was very excited by this inform Boly card because I thought he has the potential to be a very cheap Premier League inform beast for you guys to potentially run in your foot rivals teams or maybe even foot champions. And looking into the in-game stats of the card, I have to say some of his stats look absolutely fantastic and some of them not quite so much, and we'll get into the issues with the card a little bit later on. But first of all, focusing on his positives, the first one being his strength. He's at the height of 6'5" and 95 strength as well. That's the exact same in-game strength as the Prime Sol Campbell, which is very, very good to see indeed. And obviously with the anchor chem style, he goes to 99 strength and 90 aggression, which is fantastic. And there's absolutely no problem in regaining possession of the ball thanks to his strength. It's absolutely fantastic. And, you know, when it's got the exact same stats as a Prime Sol Campbell, that's very, very good to see, especially when this card only costs around 15,000 coins. That's very nice to see indeed. That when it comes to strength-wise, he's literally got icon defending stats in that area, which is absolutely fantastic. And then moving into his second pro, his defending, once again, very, very well rounded, and with the anchor chem style, his interceptions go up to 88 from 83. His standing tackle is increased from 85 to 95, and his slide tackle goes up from 84 to 94, which is absolutely fantastic. And again, in-game defending wise, when it came to making tackles, very, very good. Now, don't get me wrong, obviously maybe he paid like $500,000 to $1 million coins for this guy when it came to his tackling. I'd be probably sitting here saying this is what I expected, but for a 15,000 coin defender, I have to say his tackling was well within good value and was very, very impressive, and definitely his strength and tackling being very good parts to the card. And unfortunately after that it's a little bit downhill. Now a lot of people will say, well, as long as his defending and tackling and, you know, physical stats are good, that's the main thing. And yes, they are within reason, but there's so many other bad parts to the card. The first being, well, it's not a con to him, but first of all, his pace. He does lack in pace. Now, 70 pace on the face of the card looks pretty decent, and 74 sprint speed is fantastic as well. 63 acceleration, when you look at that in the in-game stats, is a bit annoying. And don't get me wrong, he's not a slow defender, but he does lack, for me, in getting up to speed quite a lot of the time, and that's that poor acceleration. He just, off the mark, he does lack. Over a long period of time running, he can keep up with a lot of players, but he's got such a disadvantage from the start just because he lacks that initial pace, and that's obviously a big problem. And a lot of times strikers will be able to, you know, kind of get past him because they just had a lot more superior pace, and Boly wouldn't be able to catch them up on a lot. Sometimes he was able to catch them up by using his strength or by using his tackling, whatever, but sometimes they would literally be able to glide past him because he does lack that initial sprint thanks to his acceleration. And then that's not that much of a con to him overall. It didn't really affect me too much, but there are two big issues to him. His first being his stamina. 59 stamina is absolutely awful, and I'd say you can probably get maybe 60 minutes throughout this guy with no problem. After that, it's going to be a bit of an issue, and when you're working with a guy that's quite a slow-ish defender at this stage of FIFA, you want defenders to be at minimum 75 pace probably, because there's so many good defenders available within FIFA. And when you've got a guy that's not got great pace and has only got 59 stamina, you've got to try and conserve that through the whole game, and it just makes it for a very, very bad experience. Definitely a very, very poor part to the card, and just makes it for a terrible experience, and just really ruins the card, to be quite honest, and pretty much makes him already unusable, essentially, just because that stamina is so bad. And I just would not recommend taking him into foot champions. Even foot rivals I wouldn't recommend taking him into, because that stamina just absolutely ruins the card. And the second con is going to be his work rate as well. The medium work rate I didn't like whatsoever. It felt like when the opposition were on the attack, it felt like he was still pushed up in like a CDM centre mid position at times, which is absolutely not good whatsoever, and I had to manually move him back into a centre back position, which obviously again affects his stamina because he's running around between the midfield and the defence, obviously, which isn't decent, and in general just made it for a bad experience. Would I recommend buying this card for 15,000 coins? maybe if you guys have got loads, feel free to go and try him out, but for the most part, I'd stay clear of him. It just wasn't a defender that I took well to whatsoever, and just lacks in that stamina and that work rate. Don't get me wrong, his strength and defending stats are decent, but he just lacks in those key areas of stamina, pace and stuff like that, and it's just not a card that I would recommend going and buying, and I would overall give him a 4 out of 10 rating for this Informed Boly card. But anyway guys, that is going to finish off this play. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.